Adrienne, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another What's on my iPhone XS Max. You guys are probably like, why are you making so many of these videos? Well, you know what? It's because I'm constantly changing what's on my phone, the layout, how I want everything to be. If you guys didn't see my video where I talked about creative ways to arrange your apps on iPhone, check that out because honestly, it's so inspirational. Like, I'm continuously wanting to change the way that mine is. So this time I have a little bit more of a minimal theme going on, which I thought would be interesting to share with you. Basically, in life, I've just been getting really overwhelmed and stressed with notifications and how many apps I have and emails, and there's this constant influx of just information and things to take in. And something that I just really wanted to put into practice was being more minimal about things on my desktop, on my computer, my apps, what I'm looking at. Just I need like less stimulation. Without further ado, you guys, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Let me know down below how you like to organize your iPhone apps or Android apps or however you have whatever phone you have. And let's get into it. All right, so starting with my lock screen, I just have this very basic like purple, blue, and yellow kind of design. Sometimes I've wanted my background to be kind of a vision board or like things that I want to be constantly reminding myself of, like a motivational quote. Right now, for some reason, I just like didn't want to look at anything. I just wanted it to be plain because my brain was just so exhausted. So I actually have this awesome app where you can like find a lot of different types of wallpapers, and that's where I found both this home screen and the lock screen. So the app is called Clarity. It's just this type of app. You can either click on any one of these categories or you can search for your own, but they have a bunch of just beautiful photos. So you basically just pick one, you download it to your phone, and then you just make it your background, and that's how easy it is. Anyway, love that. So then when we open it up, as you guys know, before I had kind of that gap in the middle, which I really liked, but I just got sick of that background, so I wanted to change it. And again, I just wanted it to be super basic, so I decided to use this kind of white brick situation, which I'm really liking. And then I basically just cleaned out my apps so that I only have what I absolutely want, probably need, but only because if I ever need it, I don't want to go back and have to like re-download it because that's just wasted time. So on my front page, I have everything that I use pretty much regularly. There are even ones on here that I don't use that much, like Hujicam I like don't really use. MailChimp is where I send out my email newsletters. I don't really go on it that much on my phone, so even that I could get rid of. As you guys know, I've been using Actions to plan out my days and my life because you can basically break it up into different segments of your life, and then you can also schedule them on certain days, which is super nice. So wow, I have a lot of things I have to do. And then I have podcasts. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately. My favorite one by far is the Mind Your Business podcast. It's all about entrepreneurship and like the mindset training that you need to become a successful entrepreneur. So I really love that. Oh, here's Natalie's Outlets podcast. I was actually on an episode of this. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much my home page. Nothing else like too different or exciting. Obviously, it still is killing me that I have all these red badges. I have like too many texts and emails. I need to go through all those. But then on my second page, I have across the top the social medias that I also use, but not as often. So like Snapchat, I literally don't use anymore. All the ones I mostly use are on my homepage, which is literally just YouTube, Instagram, and Spotify. Like that's pretty much it. So I have those, and then the rest are like folders. So a lot of these I use a lot, but I put them in folders because I don't need them cluttering up this space. So I have my fitness app, which the one I use the most is this 7-minute app. I've talked about it many times, but it's amazing and free. And then I have food, of course, because I like to get food delivered. I got my finance, because obviously Venmo and like my banking stuff, I don't need that like out and about on the screen, but I do use that like relatively frequently. Then I have like a bunch more photo and video editing apps. I have gone into detail on a lot of these apps in other videos, and I can continue to do that if you guys are interested. Out of all of these, like I don't use these a ton. I use like ViscoCam the most, which is on my homepage, but these are all very useful to have. Like I do use Photoshop and Lightroom. Sometimes obviously I have my Lightroom presets if you guys are interested in checking those out. Afterlight, oh, by the way, a little quick life hacks. So there are certain photo editing apps that allow you to edit directly from the Photos app. So what I mean by that is that if you go to edit and then you click the 3 dots, you can actually bring up this photo directly in Afterlight versus opening Afterlight and like importing it. This is an awesome feature. The only downside is that it's only available for certain apps, but I just thought that was a cool little tidbit in case you want to know. So then I have my travel apps. The ones that I use the most are like Kayak and obviously Uber and Lyft. If you've never used either of those, I have codes down below. But then like all the airline apps, which I like having on my phone, but I don't travel with like one specific airline enough where I need it like on my homepage. And then I have other social media. So these are things that I don't really use but still need on my phone. So WhatsApp for any of my international homies out there. Slack is what I use to communicate with the company I'm doing freelance work for right now. I have Facebook. Dude, Facebook has like $10 different apps, and it honestly drives me insane. I don't know why there are so many. There's like Creator, but then there's Facebook Page, and then there's Messenger. Can't do it. And then we got shopping, which I really only kept the stores that I like absolutely used, so I deleted like Revolve and all those stores that I just never used. I also combined, I used to have an apartments folder, and I combined that with shopping because I still like looking at Zillow sometimes. I'm like a nerd for real estate, I don't know why, but I just decided to combine that in shopping because I don't really go on it that much. But I have all my essentials, Ebates, which you guys know I'm obsessed with Ebates. Like, you can literally just get paid to online shop, which is awesome. If you guys haven't signed up, I'll leave a link down below. Got Target, Best Buy, Amazon. Obviously, Amazon's like one of my faves. And then I have a work folder. So in work, I have basically all my Google Drive stuff. So this is stuff that I need for either my job or freelance work that I do. I have Sprout Social, which is also for a freelance thing I do. Focus Keeper is an app that helps you keep your focus. So basically what you do is you do something for 25 minutes and then you take a 5-minute break. Doesn't matter like where you are in it, you just have to like sit and take your mind off it for 5 minutes and then go back and do it again for 25 minutes, so that's just kind of cool. Yeah, that's kind of all. And then on the last page is like stuff I literally don't use, but like don't feel comfortable deleting yet. So all my extras are like things that came on my phone or just other things that I feel like are useful sometimes, like my Verizon. I hardly ever need to go on that, but I need it on my phone at the same time. I got my entertainment. I don't really use these unless I'm like traveling, so then it's kind of nice to have. And then music, GarageBand, I really like bands in town. If you guys like going to concerts, this will show you like where people are playing at certain times, and you can like buy tickets straight from here. So like, oh, I didn't know that Tyga was playing on Friday. Okay, cool. Post Malone, like, oh, he's playing Friday? Well, I just saw him recently. Anyway, but that's really cool. So yeah, so that is kind of what's on my phone now. I don't know if you guys wanted to see that or not, but what I decided is I think I'm gonna do one of these videos like every month or so, just one, and like update you guys, because what I realized is when people find my older videos, it's no longer what's on my iPhone, and like, yeah, you may like some of those apps too, but I would like to keep you guys up to date because I know that a lot of you ask like what apps I use for certain things. So this way, if I do one like once a month-ish, you guys can stay up to date on that. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below. Let me know in the comments what type of phone you have or how you like to organize your apps. I'm very curious, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you!